man? Like, what does it mean to be vulnerable, and specifically with a woman?
It's a fine line, because so many men have expressed the truth of their heart only to have it smashed by a woman and to have it used against him. And then that makes it tough for him to ever come back and like stick his head out of the shell again. But we have this issue that we've faced in society, where we've gone from this very stoic John Wayne masculinity to this very sensitive, open, feminine, emotional version of masculinity, which is, if you're looking at the shadow masculine, they're basically just opposite ends of the spectrum. So yes, it's one thing to be able to have emotional intelligence and feel what you are feeling, and then to be able to hold that and contain that in a way that you could perhaps bring it to your men's group or to a therapist, and not dump it on your woman, because it's not healthy. It's not healthy for a relationship. It's not healthy for her. It's not healthy for you. Whereas the vulnerability that I speak to is the revealing of the truth of your heart. And what that might mean is, hey, I'm really fucking struggling at the moment, but I'm taking care of it because I have men that support me, and I have men that I can bring this to. So rather than sit on it and pretend it's not happening because I'm stoic and I'm fucking strong, and actually just acknowledging that you're struggling and that you're in pain. And if you can bring that to a group of men and they can hold you through that, the growth and the expansion and the healing that you'll go through is so powerful. As opposed to bringing that to your woman and saying, here's all my shit and I'm going to dump it on you and then you have to hold me through this. Which is just, it's going to depolarize the relationship, and if, at some point it may turn into more of a mother-child dynamic if that is the constant method of you kind of expressing yourself. So revealing the truth of your heart, and that does not mean dumping on her your emotions, but sharing with her where you're at, and then actually dealing with it and not pretending that it's something that's just going to disappear if you drink a few more beers or play more video games or jerk off to porn.
Yeah. So do you think the key element is ending that sentence or that share with I have a plan, or like this is manageable? So one of the big things that most men will tell me, they'll say that you can't express that you don't know, like that you're uncertain, you don't have a plan, that you're overwhelmed, or that anything is hard, because that will translate to the woman as a weakness. And even subconsciously she might just say like, he's not able to protect and provide essentially, or lead. And I don't know if that's entirely true, like if you can take the whole thing at face value, or if like you need that end, like that bookend of, but I'm going to figure it out, but I have a plan.
It depends on how you show up in relationship. And if you never have it figured out, and you don't have a plan, and you don't have a vision, and then you come to her and you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, then probably that's pretty untrustable, or it just reiterates the fact that you are untrustable because you don't know what the fuck is happening. If you have a vision and you have a plan and you do the things that you say you're going to do, and you are a man of integrity that is aligned with his values and his truth, and you come to her and you say, look, I'm pretty unsure in this moment, but it's something that I'm working through and something that I'm taking care of, then that is deeply trustable. As opposed to, yeah, I've got to figure it out, but actually I don't. But it comes down to how often you do the things that you say you're going to do, and whether you are a man that is trustworthy. And yeah, I think that if the truth is that you don't know what is happening, or you don't have a plan, that's okay. But it should also stir something in you that desires to have it figured out. And yeah, she should be able to trust what you say to be truth, and not something that's just sounds good in the moment.
Yeah, I've tried to make this a point recently on this clip, and it went viral, and everyone took it the entire wrong way, and they were trying to say I'm trying to like domesticate men, which like, and I'm being called a feminist. And like anyone who knows me, both of those things are fundamentally false. My point of like, if you say you're gonna take out the trash, do it, because like it's those little things of follow through, right? Like that is the masculine. Are you a man of integrity? Is your word your bond? Like these little things throughout the day are the thing that paint the whole picture of who you are as a man. And if I can't trust you to do this little thing, what's going to happen when the tiger shows up, right? Like I can't trust that you've got this because all of these little tests you have failed, right, by your own accord. And then the pushback on that is like, why do women have to test? And it's almost like what I see getting punished is men get punished for being men and women are getting punished for being women. And then we complain about each other because we're not showing up as the opposite sex. So women do test. Like we are like this very fluid thing. And part of that is to help like fortify the masculine, right? Like, are you sturdy? Are you reliable? Are you strong? Now there's a difference between that and like women that are neurotic, right? Or that are emasculating, and that's not okay either. But it's almost like what I'm seeing, because it's always this pendulum example, is now men are saying that they actually want women to behave more like men because like they want you to have all of your emotions like completely like bottled up, and we don't want you to be unpredictable, and we want you to kind of be this one way all of the time. So well, now you're kind of training a woman to be more in her masculine instead of accepting these emotions. And then on the flip side, in some of these like spiritual spaces that also have some issues, it's like, no, be unbridled and all crazy emotions are acceptable. It's like, no, there's always a fine balance. So yes, women have more emotions, especially based off of our cycles, but that doesn't mean you get to like dump everything onto your man in an abusive way, right? It does need to somewhat be contained. Otherwise, that is going to erode the man instead of like building him up. So everything is this delicate dance, but it's like, don't punish a woman for being a woman, and also don't punish a man for being a man, because they're going to turn into the thing that you actually don't want them to be.